Morning. It's about 6:30, June 1st. A new month, a new day, and just can't get enough of this valley. I did get some good sleep though. Yeah, some really good sleep. Had a dream that I was playing, I was listening to Metallica, and I put on The Weight, their cover of The Weight. The Weight, The Weight. I'm gonna clean my cook pot, brew up some coffee, and pack up and get going. So, hopefully do around 15 miles a day, maybe 20. We'll see. I'm actually pretty excited to see what's up trail. So, time to pack up and get it moving. There's a few other campers over there I see. Can't tell if Jimmy and Electrolyte are still here. But one way or another, we'll all get together again. Let's do it. All right, 2 hours later, and I'm all packed up. My tent's dry, my sleeping bag's dry, and saying goodbye to this beautiful spot. I didn't eat any breakfast, but you know, I'm not really a breakfast person. Not all the time. So everything's packed up. Pack is legit. I got a liter of water and a liter of snake juice water. Really strong snake juice water. So I'm just gonna rock that throughout the day. Just add a little to my water bottle as we go. It's about 2.1 miles to the next water. And yeah, man, feeling awesome. Feeling incredible. There's still folks here. Time to go make some miles, dude. Let's go. 8:30, June 1st. Goodbye, Kern River. One more time over this epic bridge.
Just heat it up real like 10-15 seconds. And then pogo stick it just on the hash.
It's not usually my usual method of delivery, so I hope I don't fuck it up.
It's alright.
Right, we good right there?
Yeah, we're good.
At the same time, or?
Yeah, same time.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Look at these beauties. Wow, they're so nice. And there's these ones too. Look at these. Oh, man. They're so cute. They're all over the place. Hey, guys.
Trying to catch a lizard?
No, I'm just checking out these sweet-ass flowers. Oh, man. About to go up to 10,600 feet today. It's the highest I've ever been. I mean, not really. Nah. But I am feeling pretty good. So we'll see how it goes climbing, because it's pretty much just climbing all day. Leaving Kennedy Meadows. Check it, there's a couple hikers in front of me. And it just, one of the things I love about this adventure and this kind of hiking is all the different hikers and all the myriad of hikers out here, and just everyone trooping through the land. It's so cool, and it just gives this sense of adventure. You know, everyone's got their own adventure, their own version of the hike, their own, you know, reality. And you know, they're experiencing it while you're experiencing yours. And, you know, and we're all just shuffling down the same trail. And it reminds me of something I just realized, because I wasn't sure if I'd put electrolytes in my water bottle. I look over and I did. And, you know, people do, all the hikers out here, they do the same. There's many things that we all do that are the same. And not in like a lame way, like, oh, everyone's doing this, everyone's doing that. Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. But it's just the little things that we all have to do to stay healthy and stay strong. Like, everyone puts electrolytes in their water. And you see someone walk by and their water bottle is full of pink something or other, or green something or other. And when you leave for a break or get water, you know, everyone busts out their different forms of, you know, hydration enhancement, if you will. Electrolytes or flavoring or caffeine. And it's just really camaraderie to, you know, to see it all. Everyone's got their trekking poles. Everyone's got their water filter. Everyone's got their stove or their cold soak situation. And it's just really cool. And also, another side note, how you stay together as a trail family. Because my trail family currently, the Motley Crew, myself, Stakes, Jimmy, and Electrolyte. R.I.P. Leah, see you up north, because Leah skipped. She had her foot pains. But she was kind of in and out. She always kicked it with us, and we got love for her. But you know, we're the core group, and the way you stay together is, for instance, Stakes got into camp late last night, so I saw him on the bridge back there before we did dabs, and then Jimmy and Electrolyte, they got up to fish, so they've been fishing all morning. I slept in, and surprisingly, a lot of other hikers really took their time getting out of camp, and I left first because I have to go find some trees to go to the bathroom in. And, you know, they're all back there still just chilling. But we're all going to be at the same, you know, water source in a bit. If they don't catch up to me during my bathroom break, then I'll get to the next water source in 3 miles. And, you know, wait for one of them to catch up. It'll probably be Jimmy. He's the fastest. Stakes can really hook up, but, you know, me and Stakes are the same age pretty much. And I think we're getting to that point where we still have, you know, strong virile energy, but we don't have that youthful, you know, childlike, you know, elasticity that 21-year-old Jimmy has still. So some days, you know, we know we need to go slower, but Jimmy can kind of just pretty much go full gas all the time. And Electrolyte, he's speedy in the sense that he keeps one pace and holds it all day. And I like that, because that's what I like to do. Set your pace and then just stick with it all day long. Well, it's almost noon, and we've walked a total of 2.5 miles. Electrolyte left his fishing pole back at the bridge, so we're waiting for him to go and get it and come back. Poor guy. But luckily, there's this gorgeous stream right here. Look at this. Look at it. Crystal clear. Just the way a mountain stream ought to be. Finally in some of that territory. Ready to climb. Okay, we out here and getting around some real big trees. I'm talking real big. Like, oh my gosh. Like, huge fuck off trees, man. Pardon my French, but this is not as lush as the forest I'm used to in Washington, but it is 100% feeling like being in Como se dice mountains in Espanol, Los Montañas. Electrolyte found his fishing pole, and my legs are feeling better today, and I don't feel queasy. I've had no appetite issues, but I think I definitely noticed a change in my breathing, because we're about 8,500 feet right now. Going up. Wenatchee Meadows, west, Pacific Crest Trail east. It smells like just amazing out here. Like sweet lilac and just intoxicating pine. For the next 4 miles, it's going to be an average of 450 feet elevation per mile. Total of, I think, probably 3,500 feet elevation today in less than 20 miles. Probably won't hit 20 today. I did hear someone say that up above 10K today, there could be some chance for adverse weather tonight. Light rain. And that typically means snow this time of year above 10K. So gonna hit 10,600 feet today, but probably gonna drop down for camping. We'll see. Still super nice manicured sandy trail. I keep seeing these little doohickeys springing up. Not entirely sure what they are, but I like them. They're pretty neat. You know what else is pretty neat that I'm liking a lot? Besides multiple water sources, are trail signs. It really makes me feel like I'm back home around the trails where there's just more. It's like really fun. So we're coming from Wenatchee Meadows, going not to Alancha Pass, but to Gomez Meadow. Climbing. Wow. Look at this sexy piece of work. Whoa. Is that what I think it is? Should we get our ice axes out?
No. I won't drink it either.
We're over 10,000 feet, man.
Hell yeah. 5 more.
This is the highest I've ever been on a hike. Well, elevation gain. Oh man. Oh, it's nice and soft. There we go. Whoa. Hella mosquitoes. Oh. Oh yeah. Nice. Whoa. That's nice. That's very nice. First little patch of snow in the Sierras. And it's just melting onto my head. Look at this. Wow. Big tree country. Mean mosquito country. See that front coming in right there? 500 more feet to go. Well, no, 600 more feet to go. And then we'll be done with climbing for a little while. I feel really good right now, though. I don't feel sick to my stomach. I definitely feel like a little more effort breathing. Have to stop and do one of these every now and then. But yeah, otherwise, doing good. I want to see lightning. Stakes just saw lightning. Look at that down there. Pretty epic, man. We're almost at the top of the climb for the day, and then we're dropping down 1,000 feet over the course of 6 miles. Stakes just suggested that maybe we go back, set up, because it's going to be a lightning storm that's going to hit us. I want to see that lightning. Oh, I think I just saw some. Oh, I live for this stuff. Let's do it. It's 2 p.m. and I hear thunder. Hasn't rained yet. But look at that. Wow. Kind of outrunning a bit of a front here. Oh, look at that. Wow. Kind of outrunning a front right now. We're like skirting the edge of it. Me, Stakes, Jimmy, Electrolyte, and several other hikers within like kind of a 1 mile, 2 mile stretch. All of my rain jackets in my dry bag, in my pack. I might stop at some point and pull it out. Reached 10,600 feet though. Pretty dramatic terrain. Snow, snow, snowy. That thunder sounds like it's about 10 miles out. Whoa. Sick. I think this front's just passing over. If I never visit Haight-Ashbury, I won't be depressed. Okay, thunder is cracking right on top of me. I'm gonna keep filming and see if I can record some. I don't see any lightning. Blue sky right there. I do see a couple of teeny raindrops. Ooh. I don't hear any rain. Plenty of broadleaf shrubs. I could hear it if it started falling. Descending now. Alexa, play Descending by Tool. Anyone who watches this is like, whoa, hiking through a lightning storm isn't smart. Well, I'm not above tree line, and there's plenty of trees. And I'm not using aluminum trekking poles anymore, but I do have this bloody ice axe sticking off my back. But there's trees around. Wow. That's big boy lightning right there. Sick. Wow. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Just came out of all those trees. Now I get struck by lightning. No. I think the lightning's over there. It's moving along. Being quite emo for a second there. That lightning, that thunder. The thunder. It's like thunder, lightning. Oh, the way you love me is frightening. You better knock on wood. Did you know that the term knock on wood actually stems from ancient witchcraft? Witches would, one of the things they would do is they'd knock on trees and summon evil spirits to do wicked, naughty things. So I don't knock on wood no more. Not even like on a table I'm sitting on having a conversation with anyone. I just don't. Wow. Oh. I ain't seen no bears yet. If I don't see a bear sooner than later, I'm gonna be upset. Nah. I hope I do see one though. I like bears. Wow. Pretty cool mountains, dude. Pretty cool mountains. So this past like mile or two I've been walking through, it smells like wet concrete. It's just, ooh, just Soundgarden just came on. I don't feel like feeling. Yeah, it's got a little wet. Sometimes I get this hair at my ass where I want to like really cover some ground, and it's like just now I have to ask myself, dude, like, you've been hauling ass for a couple miles now, man. Why are you walking so fast? And I just thought, well, I go through these periods of like, oh shoot, I'm walking home. I want to get home. Funny. All the plants and the dirt and the trees with a fresh little bit of water on them, and the sun's coming out. It smells good, dog. It smells hella good. Oh, coming up to a nice rock formation up here. That looks cool. It's about 3:30. Pollution. Rocks. Cool. Boy, really have descended quite a lot. I haven't checked far out in a minute. It straight up deleted Gaia from my phone. I stopped using that thing a long time ago. Last I checked, I was coming up some water soon. I could use some, because I just went pee, and my pee was electric yellow. Even though I've been drinking quite a bit today, I've had like more than a gallon of water. I hear water. Just listened to Birth Ritual by Soundgarden. Oh, song's so sick. They're actually performing that song in the clip of singles that they're in. Where's this water? And there's this water. I think I just saw Mount Whitney. I think I just saw my first glimpse of Mount Whitney. And I'll be honest, Mount Rainier's prettier. I'll talk about that later. But I saw my first marmot today of the Sierras. So that's exciting. Oh, look. A little Charlie Brown pine tree with one little pine cone in it. Cool. I hear this water. Let's see if there's anyone here. Oh, it's gonna be me here because I'm thirsty. Definitely need to chug a liter. Huh. Well. Ooh, there we go. A little babbling brook. All right. That's more like it. Oh, time to get hydrated, dude. Nice woods. Oh, man. I just chugged a half a liter of water so fast. So let's talk about Whitney for a minute here. I don't know if I'm gonna do Whitney. I don't think I am. It's less than a week away if you haul ass and stop into Lone Pine, but you know, everyone does Whitney. Oh, everyone talks about it. Whitney, Whitney, Whitney. You gonna do Whitney? I'm doing Whitney. Check that out. That's cool. Oh man. Mosquitoes. Last water I just got. It's just instantly got swarmed. They're little mosquitoes. They're not the big hairy mountain ones with the proboscis is like swords. But yet. Maybe I'll see those soon. Wow. Look at that. So cool. But yeah, you know, growing up in Washington, you got Rainier in the backyard. And lots of people do Rainier. I don't know, man. One thing I'm learning out here is with the grandiose magnitude of just this entire endeavor, hiking this trail, is that like, to me, like, it feels like, I don't know, maybe going for Whitney, maybe it's asking too much. I've heard a few people say, oh man, if you think this is pretty, wait till you see Mount. Wait till you get to the top of Whitney. It's the most beautiful thing you'll ever see in your life. And it's like, well, you know, I don't know, man. Like, we're not promised tomorrow. And so, most beautiful thing in my life right now that I see is what's all around me. And the most beautiful thing in my life that I feel is the fact that I'm alive right now. So, you know, I was really cogitating about it last night, and feel like I came out here to hike this trail. I don't get summit fever. I'm not worried about FOMO. I came out to hike this trail, and I've been so blessed to make it this far. And if it's in the cards for me to do the whole trail, wow, like what an achievement. I don't really feel like I need to conquer Whitney. It's a beautiful mountain, and I've got homies that are definitely gonna summit it. So maybe I'll pack out some dank food to cook from Lone Pine. Have a little luncheon. Maybe I'll do a charcuterie board in the shadow of Mount Whitney while my homies climb it. But for me, no. I don't think I'll be doing Mount Whitney. Okay. Carrying on. Okay. This is pretty. Oh, whoa, dude. Oh, cool. Whoa. Dude. Oh, this is nice. Little mucky. Little mucky. Don't really fancy stepping in this. Okay. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool terrain, man. Terrain man. Terrain man or not terrain man? That's the question. Yeah, that's the question. Yeah. Look at this. Is my camera lens dirty? A little bit. Sorry. Oh, that's a bit better. More of the twisty trees. I don't know why they twist. Gnarly out here, dude. You just pass through these little sections where you're just like, whoa, you'd be walking and then all of a sudden you're like, this is trippy scenery. Up there, some snow, but that's behind. Oh, it's funny. You don't technically need your bear canister until after Lone Pine. The wilderness boundaries don't begin until after Lone Pine. They require you to have it. Everyone just gets a ship to Grumpy's or the general store at KMS because it's easy. It's what everyone does. I'm so sick of doing what everyone does. I'm getting so sick of it. I can't believe how much of my life I've gotten caught up in doing what everyone else does. It's the absolute anti-punk thing to do. Way to be. Punk is a mind frame, dude. Be an individual. Do your own thing. Do my own thing. When the phone rings, maybe your answer, maybe you're busy. I didn't take a nap today, and I'm not gonna. I'll be honest. I have yet to come across any place on this hike where I feel like I want to just like kick back, relax, and just hang out in nature and take a nap and blah, blah, blah. But I sure can think of a ton of places back home in Washington that I'd like to do that after being out here. I'll tell you that right now. Wow. I don't know. Stakes is the only person I know that's ahead of me, and I don't know like how far behind me anyone else is. For all I know, I could be hiking solo for the rest of the day. And it's just, sometimes it hits you and you're just like, whoa, I'm solo out here. It's just me and nature. Solo for a minute. I mean, I've passed a dozen hikers in the last 3 miles. You know, there's nothing more lonely than being around people who make you feel lonely. You can feel lonelier with a person or with people. Could be friends, could be your husband or wife, lover, boyfriend, girlfriend. And you know, nothing makes you feel more lonely than being around people who make you feel lonely. What do we have here? What the hell? So I'm getting close. I'm within 10 miles of a camp for horses that also has like access to a trailhead and like camping for stock and whatnot. And I keep thinking I'm seeing hoof prints in the trail in front of me. And it's just dawned on me that, 10 miles is nothing to go on a trail ride. For me, it's like half a day in this environment, but if you're on horseback, like 10 miles is nothing. So it might just be, the ground's a little too firm to see them anymore, but it might just be horses. I haven't seen any horses on trail yet. Realize I've done, by the time I get to the next, it's like 3:45, and I've done 13 miles. Well, probably like 14 now, because I've been hiking for a minute past the spot where I met up with Stakes just now. And yeah, you know, like me and him and Jimmy, we're all down to talk to people. We're down to be like, yeah, for those of you who know me, I'm a yapper. But all of us, we like talking to people, meeting new people, you know, having new experiences. And I understand some people are introverted and not into that. But out here, like on that touch of what I was talking about loneliness, it's just like, it's crazy to me still to be, you know, 740 miles into some crazy gnarly hike. And on top of that, maybe like 15 miles into your day. And, you know, like, see people or someone else, and they're just like, well, morning, eater. And it's like, dang, dude, like, I understand, though. It's different for everyone, but I'm just saying, it's still something that kind of surprises me out here sometimes. I want to say something real quick about trees. When I was little, we always looked, you know, like played that game, like where you lie on your back and look at the shapes in the clouds. I know a lot of kids probably did. But I've always, you know, my family growing up, we always, you know, would look at things and be like, oh wow, look at that, it kind of looks like this, huh? Oh wow, look at that, kind of looks like that, huh? It was just something we all kind of did. I don't know if, maybe I was just really lucky to grow up in a creative household, you know, with parents who were like, hey, be creative, you know, think of kooky things, you know, let your mind explore and garner in imagination. Well, one thing I'm learning on this through hike is when you spend a lot of time alone on the trail hiking, and looking at the similar things like trees, for instance, rocks. Sometimes you just see things like in the trees or in the rocks, like, oh wow, you know, that rock formation, you know, looks like an old man scratching his nose. Or wow, look at that tree, that branch sticking out right there, kind of looks like a lady with her hand on her hip pointing. And you know, and it's not the drugs, buddy. It's not that. This is just something from my whole life. And I'm noticing out here, like, I mean, there's beauty in it too. Like, sometimes I'll see a broke off tree trunk, and I'll be like, whoa, that kind of looks like a bear. Or whoa, like that like corner on that fallen tree looks like a wolf's head. Cool. But you know, sometimes I see like dead trees and fallen trees, and I see faces and I see creatures in them that look like scary and not cool. And I think it's an important thing to talk about, because a lot of people who take solace in nature say, oh, it's just like being up in the trees. Well, yeah, dude, bro, I do too. But you know, that doesn't mean that all trees are cool. And I wonder, like, gosh, why is it? Is it something in my head? And it's like something wrong with me that makes me see this dark image in this piece of nature. And I just kind of had this realization, actually, maybe, who knows, maybe there was a bad spirit in that tree, and that tree got, slain in the line of duty because it was a bad seed. Maybe God was like, yeah, you know what, pull that root. Because even J.R.R. Tolkien, and this validated my thought, even Tolkien wrote about trees being sometimes sus. From in Fellowship of the Ring, when Tom Bombadil comes and saves Merry and Pippin from, what was that tree's name? I don't remember. But also, later on, Treebeard talks about it. And he's like, yeah, some of these trees are actually hella naughty, bro. So I think it's an important thing to think of in nature that, more reason to stay aware, stay conscious, and stay tuned in. I think that's part of being in nature. Is so much of the cool, and then maybe what some would think is the not so cool. Well, I think I got to the camp. This looks like a camp, but this might not be the horse camp. Or maybe I read far out wrong. But golly, this is nice looking water. Ooh. Well, I'm definitely 10 out of 10 would fill a water bottle here once. Might do too. I just crossed the creek over there, come to this big rock, and I just thought, oh man, this is perfect to lean on and take my pack off and get my filter out. And there's all these footprints down in here. And then I look at the rock, and there's parts of it that are worn smooth. And I test the other parts, and it's not. There's parts that are worn smooth. And with things like that out here, it's like, dang. Yeah, hikers been leaning on this rock for a long time. They have. No mystery there. And sitting on those ones. Oh, man. Look at all the footprints in there. Cool. Let's get some water and keep going. Feeling good today. Definitely going to pull off 20 miles. Which is really, really good considering the climbing and the elevation. So let's go. Definitely staying hydrated helps. And having, all those 9 days I was in KMS, that's at 6,400 feet or 62. So not bad. I think it is going to be a good idea to get down to Lone Pine for like a stint, because that is at lower elevation. So I'm literally getting the most thorough acclimatized. Someone correct me. Is it acclimatization or acclimation? I think it's acclimatization when you're getting used to elevation. I don't remember. I have to rewatch the 1996 version of Everest. Okay. Another thing I've learned is, that scene with Walter Goggins in Hateful Eight when they first meet his character, and he's like, well, a horse stepped in a gopher hole, I had to put her down, broke her leg. Well, rodent holes and burrows, they're a big deal, and you will absolutely wreck yourself in them. Gotta be careful. And out here, there's so many chipmunks and little things. And I don't know if all chipmunks live in the trees, but there's things out here, little rodents, they be burrowing. And I'd be almost breaking my ankle, stepping off trail to go potty. I just passed a gal, solo hiker, who passed me. I passed her earlier and she passed me, and then she scared the heck out of me at that creek. And like, whoa. And She's like, how's your day? She's like, oh, the altitude fucked me. I was like, oh, what? I hear you. She goes, yeah, I don't know what it was. She said, San Jacinto and Baden Powell. But she got above 10,000 feet and had to pass out, take a nap for like 3 hours. And she's camping here back of that creek. She's like, I didn't want to stop, but I can't go anymore today. So I'm really, really grateful that my body's doing good. Of course, she didn't also vortex at Company Meadows for 9 days, so there's that. Well, I'll tell you what, manzanita bushes do quite fine at 10,000 feet elevation. About 4 miles ago for the rest of the day. 4 miles ago, it's 4 o'clock. That's pretty cool. I think came from that pass up there to the right, came down past that valley right there, and now just sending it up the next hill over. So yeah, that was not the horse camp. That was just, it was called like Devil's Creek. What's up with all the devil stuff? Who knows? Who knows who had an experience there? Check that tree out though. That is friggin' cool. It's beautiful. It's like something it's like a tree for a logo. I don't know what these are. These are cedars. Are these cedars? Bruh. Bruh. I love cedars. Or are these those twisty ones? Maybe they're cedars. Bro, these are sick. I feel like I remember, maybe not, Baz or Birdsong from Wild Home on YouTube gawking at these during their time through this era. So cool hearing everyone's different experiences with this. So grateful getting to share mine. Thanks to everyone watching. Thanks to Mr. Navarrete for your support, bro. It means a lot. Gonna help me afford. Whoa, chipmunk! Oh, it's a fatty. Ooh, he's burying something. What's it doing? What are you doing? What are you doing in there? Flies calling on me. Hella chipmunks out here, man. Alvin! Shout out all my Alvin and the Chipmunks fans. Yurt. Shout out to everyone who owned Chipmunk Punk on vinyl, CD, or cassette tape. Shout out my boy Tyler. Tyler, his lady, and Lucy. Shout out Lucy. Tie for Gov Gov. Tie for Gov Gov, baby. And check this out. Whoa, what is that? What kind of bird is that? I don't know, but I think that I think that's Whitney. I think that's Whitney right there. Yep, pretty sure that's Whitney. Nice looking mountain, but Rainier's prettier. Hell, Baker's prettier. Glacier Peak shits on that mountain. Sorry, everyone. But until you've seen Glacier Peak, you will. We all will. But, oh, Glacier Peak, baby. That's a technical ass climb. I think it's an 1100 footer, but it's like super mondo technical. I could be wrong. All my climbers chirp in. Is Glacier Peak highly technical? Pretty sure it is. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's 9-ish, 9 o'clock, 9:05 maybe. I just rolled into camp like an hour ago. And pretty damn good time getting into camp. Within 1 hour, I used the restroom, aka fertilized a tree. I gathered wood, gathered rocks to stake my tent with because I'm pitching some sand, found a campsite, got water, cooked food, started this bitch on fire, and got in my tent and got my bed made. Today was rough, man. 20 miles, maybe 20.3, and like 6,500 feet of climbing. And started the day at 7,800 feet elevation, climbed up to 10,000 feet in 7.5 miles. So climbed about around 4,000 feet in 7 miles. And then for the next 13 miles, it's been just hovering between 9,000 and 10,000 feet. I'm currently at mile 737. Excuse me. Pitched at 10,365 feet elevation gain. This is the highest I've ever hiked, the highest I've ever camped, and yeah, feels good. I'm actually doing better than I thought. I was coughing a lot today. The pines get my allergies going. I've kind of had this like thick post-nasal drip. And also one of the weird things that's happening is it's easy to get dehydrated really fast. So I've had to drink a ton of water. And like my nose I'm getting like phlegmy. As soon as I go just a little too long without drinking more water and drinking enough water, I start getting phlegmy, which is interesting. So I'm really having to be on top of my hydration. I stayed on top of my hydration with electrolytes all day. So bueno. Tomorrow is less than 10 miles, maybe like 7 miles to Cottonwood Creek or Cottonwood Pass trailhead. And that's where like a lot of people get ride into Lone Pine. They have shuttles that are like $80 to $90 per. I won't be doing that. I'm going to be seeing if I can get a ride from someone. Last I checked, I was ahead of Stakes and I was ahead of Jimmy and Electrolyte. This is like, I told Stakes knows I was trying to pull 20, and I'm right near the water source for the 20-mile mark for all of us for today. And I haven't seen any three of them. So either they all got water and have enough water and are camped closer to the trail, because this side I'm at, this water source, it's just a creek, is about half a mile off the PCT down a side trail. There's a few people several hundred yards closer to the trail and more camped. So I'm at the very end of the strand of hikers camped out here in this little side trail, and which is why I have a fire going, that and the mosquitoes, because I'm trying to it makes me feel comfortable. I love having a campfire, and I'm trying to like have a campfire almost every night that I'm in the Sierras, so if it permits. Yeah, I got some ramen right here. My food bag is masochistic. I'm lacking a lot of flavors. I have no hot sauce. I'm down to just chicken and shrimp ramen pat flavorings. I've got trail mix. I've got some bars, like a few granola bars, and yeah, that bag of trail mix is huge. And then like 2 packets of mac and cheese, but no butter. But whatever. I got calories, and I'm calorified. But I think I've probably been running at a calorie deficit today. But tomorrow, June 2nd, my sister's birthday, and Lone Pine, so I'll be getting a steak somewhere. They got a McDonald's, but I'm craving like really good quality nutrients with this kind of hiking. It's not so much the strenuity of the hiking, it's that plus the elevation. My body today was just like, you need protein, and dried fruit. So luckily, my mom, I think, sent me a whole bunch to the post office in Lone Pine. Yeah, man, hopefully it's there. Hopefully that package is there when I get there tomorrow. I'll probably be spending the night in Lone Pine. It's an outdoorsy town, and they have a McDonald's. They have 2 sporting goods stores, so I think it's going to be a pretty big town. So yeah, excited to get in there. Excited to talk to my sister. Yeah. Time to get to bed. Peace, y'all.